Planet Dolan.
From an aggressive pizza order to a granny looking for a date, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the weirdest phone calls people have ever received. I'm Hellbent, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Nicolai PRC. Gergak went to a party with his best friend. His friend isn't usually a heavy drinker, so after a few he was completely smashed. Gergak didn't drink at all and drove him home. The next morning, Gergak got a phone call from him. Panicked and crying, he said, "Help, man! There's a cookie cutter stuck up my ass!" Supposedly, while he was drunk, he shoved a star-shaped cookie cutter up his ass, thinking it would make his shit look like a star. Number 9 was submitted by Tony TM. Zaragamba was really excited to get his new phone and his new number, until he started getting calls for Papa John's pizza. One time, a guy called and said he wanted to carry out large cheese pizza as soon as Zaragamba said hello. When Zaragamba said he was not Papa John's, the guy got mad and started to cuss him out for being rude to a paying customer. Zaragamba said again that he had the wrong number and hung up. That led to dozens of calls and voicemails about reporting him to the police and getting him fired. Eventually, Zaragamba picked up again and said,
"What do you want from me?"
He said he wanted an apology and a free pizza with store credit and breadsticks. Zaragamba told him again it was the wrong number. The man protested again and recited the phone's number he was trying to call, and it was one digit off from Zaragamba's. Zaragamba said as much and told him to check his caller ID. After a long pause, the man hung up and never called again. Number 8 was submitted by ChrisWDow. One night, James Shark was on the couch eating dinner and watching The Simpsons with his dad. It was business as usual until the phone rang. The caller ID said 911. James Shark had no idea why 911 would be calling him, so he picked it up. The voice on the other end said, "Hi, did somebody from this number just call 911? When James Shark said no, they asked, "Are you the only one there?" James Shark said his dad was there with them. "Okay, have a nice day," they said, and then hung up. Nobody ever showed up at their house to check up on the place or anything. James Shark could have been a murderer answering and giving BS answers to her questions. Number 7 was submitted by Bacon Pancakes 10. When Tolop was 13, he got a phone call when he was home alone. The stranger on the phone said he sold security systems. He asked if his parents were home, and if his house had a security system. Sweet little innocent Tolop said no to both questions, and the man said okay, and hung up. Tolop immediately realized that he just told a stranger that his house was defenseless. So he immediately checked the locks on all the doors and windows, grabbed a kitchen knife, and locked himself in his bedroom. None of Tolop's neighbors were home, and there was a strange van parked down the road with someone in it. Poor little Tolop kept watching, but nobody entered or exited the van. Eventually, the van just drove away. I guess they were looking for televisions and not little boys. What a lucky little guy he is. Number 6 was submitted by Sugarygirlforfun. The weirdest phone call Doopy ever got was in her freshman year of high school. She thought she'd turned off her phone, but it rang in class. The teacher said, "Well, answer it, right here, right now." So Doopy stood up and answered her phone, and a man on the other end just said, "Wanna have sex?" Doopy screamed and dropped the phone on her desk. Her teacher asked what happened. Doopy screamed,
"There's a crazy man on the other side of that fucking phone!"
She explained what happened to her teacher, and she never got a call from that number again. Aw, poor Doopy, she almost got laid. Number 5 was submitted by Pingutheamazing. Someone once called Dolan at 3 in the morning to ask if he was still selling the pigs. Dolan didn't live on a farm or anywhere that required him to own or sell pigs, so he politely told the man that he had the wrong number. The man then actually asked if he was speaking to Dolan. Completely confused, Dolan said yes. The man then went into details about him not being able to get a hold of Dolan because he got arrested again and had just been released. But apparently he was still willing to take the pigs if Dolan was still selling them. Dolan never found out who it was or if it was some kind of prank. Number 4 was submitted by AwesomeMario Bros 455. Robo got a call from a number she didn't know one day. She picked it up and heard what sounded like an old man say, "Who is this?" Robo said, "You called me!" To which the old man replied, "Guinevere? Is that you? I thought you were dead, but you must have come back for me, right? I still have the knife I killed you with. Good times. Good times." Robo put the phone down and screamed, "Oh, hell no!" Robo hung up, deleted the number, and turned her phone completely off. 2 months later, the same old man called again with the same message. But that time, the woman was named Rachel. That's when Robo decided to get a new phone and change the number. Number 3 was submitted by ArguzTheBeast. Spinal Palm was playing World of Warcraft one day when his phone started ringing. On the phone was an old lady who said that she was 53 years old, had 2 kids and 3 grandkids, and wanted to meet him. Spinal Palm was confused and told her that she had the wrong number. But she knew Spinal Palm's name and said that she wanted to have a relationship. He got even more confused and hung up the call, assuming it was a prank. The old lady called 27 more times that day. 2 days later, Spinal Palm's little brother told him that he put Spinal Palm's name and phone number on a dating page and set the age he was looking for to 65 plus. To which Spinal Palm thanked him and said, "Oh, you know my fetish." Number 2 was submitted by Fangirlian. One time, Andy was in her room watching Netflix when she received a phone call. She hesitated to pick it up because it was an unknown number, but she did. And she instantly regretted it when an old-sounding lady said, "Hello, dearie. Could you run to the closet and bring me some toilet paper?" Andy was completely confused and asked, "Excuse me?" The old lady sounded annoyed and said, "I said get me some goddamn toilet paper, child, and hurry! It's runny." Andy was shocked and quickly hung up and ran to her bathroom to make sure the lady wasn't in there. What's the weirdest phone call I ever got? Well, I already said that one before in another video, but we'll go with the second weirdest. One day, I got a call from a stranger named Derek. I had no idea who the guy was, but he made sure to let me know that I did know him. And even though I said I had no idea who he was, he kept regaling tales about times we had romantic embraces and a lot of other sick stuff that I can't talk about here. I told him I know a couple of Dereks, but we were never that close together. He continued to tell me about past experiences that I'm not allowed to talk about on YouTube, and I just hung up. He tried calling a couple of times and I didn't pick back up. I had other stuff to do, and frankly, I really didn't want to hear any of that again. After giving up on calling me, he sent me a text message with a picture of a rectal fleshlight, then another text message asking, "Hey, remember this?" I deleted the picture and blocked the number as quickly as I could before he could send anything else. I haven't heard from him since, and I'm very grateful for that. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the most awkward way you've tried to flirt with someone? Let us know in the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys. And that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching, and what the? Hello? Stop sending me those pictures!